Morning.
Morning. It's good to see you guys. It's a completely different year than it was last time I saw you. So, Happy New Year. And I'm blown away. Can I get house lights back there? I'm blown away sometimes when we're kind of preparing this service all week. And we communicate, between each group that does different things. But sometimes I just come on Sundays and I'm blown away how the different things that happen this morning just mesh together and fit so well, because from what Pastor Rich said to the music, I'm just going to go home. But God has a message for you, and I'm going to repeat some things because I guess they need repeating. And so I'm just wondering, who has made a New Year's resolution? Show of hands, made a New Year's resolution. So if you didn't, does that mean like you're good to go, right? Right? Okay. Well, some people are like, well, it's just really just another day. So, but I'm with Trina. It's just kind of this chance to kind of a fresh start. Now, I view New Year's resolutions a little bit differently, and I don't use the word really resolution. Because I think as a culture, when we say I have a New Year's resolution, it means I have something that I need to really change, and I'm going to change it for 2 weeks. Right? We say a New Year's resolution basically means it's something that we're going to start doing and not continue to do. And it's accepted. I mean, look at the gyms. I mean, the gyms are packed. Right, this next couple of weeks, they're packed full of people, and then by February, it's back to the same that it was in December. And so what I've decided to do, my New Year's, I call them a promise, because that word it resonates, I think, a little differently than a New Year's resolution. I'm gonna make a new promise to myself, and so this year I'm doing less low-maintenance haircut. I'm going to grow it out a little bit, throw some gel in it occasionally for you guys, So that's my promise to myself this new year. But the promise thing, I just hold promises a little bit differently than I do New Year's resolutions. I don't know how you hold promises like in your own life, but I hold promises with a very high regard. I don't know if you're like me. I grew up in a home, and I was just I was let down a lot of broken promises. I can remember days where my dad said he was going to come pick us up, and take us somewhere, or we'll go on a trip with him, and we'd get all packed up and ready to go, and we'd wait by the door, and looking out the window, and you'd wait. And you'd wait, and you'd wait. And, man, that just kills as a kid, you know what I mean? And but promises allow us to kind of let you know where your priorities are. And so broken promises usually mean that their priorities are somewhere else, and they care about something else a little bit more. And as a kid, I mean, that just kills you. I remember birthdays just waiting by the phone. You know what I mean? Just waiting by the phone, and I wouldn't leave the house until I got that call, and it didn't come for years. It didn't come, and so I made a decision that I could either become a promise breaker. I could be someone who didn't care about promises, who made them left and right and didn't keep them, or I could hold promises to another level, to where I wouldn't make a promise that I couldn't keep. And so I don't throw that word around very easily. I don't make promises that I don't think I can keep. But we have a heavenly Father that always comes through with His promises. And I just love that. I remember the first time I discovered that God always provides on His promises, and I just felt like that was my chance to have the Father that would always come through. You know what I mean? The Father that was always there, that would never leave you and never forsake you. And it just changed my life. And so really this whole next 6 weeks, or next 5 weeks, is about one promise that God makes us. And it's a really big promise. And it's one that I think we overlook a lot. But you find it in John 14, verse 12. Jesus says, I tell you the truth. Anyone who believes in me will do the same works I have done, and even greater works, because I am going to the Father. You can ask for anything in my name, and I will do it, so that the Son can bring glory to the Father. Yes, ask for anything in my name, and I will do it. Right, so he starts out, I tell you the truth, I promise. This is what's going on. You can do great things. In fact, you can do greater things than I've done. And this is Jesus talking here. Right? I mean, Jesus telling his disciples, you are able to do amazing, amazing things. And these great things that you do, they're not just reserved for the ultra-holy people. I mean, because that's what we kind of think sometimes, right? We think, I'm just doing this Christian thing, just kind of doing it. Those great things like what Linda and Jessica were talking about with the kids program. Those great things are for ultra-holy people with like a God-given, strive to do those things. It's not really for me. And man, I just think about that kids program. I'm like, that would be amazing. And the great thing is that we all have that promise that we can do something. And they made me wear this shirt too. We all have that promise, and it's a great promise that we can go, we can do something, and we're not insignificant. Because that's kind of the lie we tell ourselves. So whether it's to get us out of doing things, I can't do it. But God says that we can, and so I have a buddy back where in Akron where I come from. Just a couple months ago, he came to me and he said, I don't know what I'm doing. He said, that I'm having a lot of issues. He's having some, relational issues, spiritual issues, financial issues. I mean, just like the trifecta of just problems. He just came to me and he was like, I don't know where to go. I don't know how to get through this. I don't know if I can even get through it. I don't know what to do. I just want to give up. And my heart just broke for him, because I just know so many people that are in that situation where they want to give up and things are so tough. And so I told him this. I said, then give up. Let me clarify for him. I said, what if you just gave it up? It's not until we realize that we can't do this thing on our own that we're able to accomplish it. And so until we're willing to give it up and to allow God to work with us, to work in us and work through us, we're not able to accomplish those great and amazing things. And so I told him, I said, give up. Because that's what we've all got to do. And if we could all come to that at some point, we would be able to get through this and to do the things that God's prepared for us.